"Oslo," the man said, raising the glass of whiskey to his lips. "That's the place you love the most?" Lucille asked. He stared ahead, seeming to think about his answer before he nodded. She studied him while he drank. He was tall. Even sitting down on the bar stool next to her, he towered above her. He had to be at least 10, maybe 20 years younger than her 72. It was hard to tell with alcoholics. His face and body seemed carved from wood, lean, pure, and rigid. His skin was pale, a fine mesh of blue veins visible on his nose, which, together with bloodshot eyes, the irises the colour of faded denim, suggested he had lived hard, drunk hard, fallen hard, and loved hard too, perhaps, for during the month he had become a regular at Creature's, she had glimpsed a hurt in his eyes, like that of a beaten dog, kicked out of the pack, always on his own at the end of the bar, next to Bronco, the mechanical bull that Ben, the bar owner, had taken from the set of the giant turkey, Urban Cowboy, where he had worked as a prop man. It served as a reminder that Los Angeles wasn't a city built on movie successes, but on a garbage heap of human and financial failure. Over 80% of all the films made bombed completely and lost money. The city had the highest homeless population in the USA, living at a density comparable to Mumbai. Traffic congestion was in the process of choking the life out of the city, though street crime, drugs, and violence might get there first. But the sun was shining. Yes, that damn Californian dentist's lamp never switched off, but shone relentlessly, making all the baubles in this phony town glitter like real diamonds, like true stories of success. If only they knew, like she, Lucille, knew, because she had been there, on the stage and backstage. The man sitting next to her had definitely not been on the stage. She recognized people in the industry immediately, but neither did he look like someone who had stared in admiration, hope, or envy up at the stage. He looked more like someone who couldn't care less, someone with their own thing going on. A musician, perhaps? One of those Frank Zappa types, producing his own impenetrable stuff in a basement up here in Laurel Canyon, who would never be, and would never be, discovered. After he had been in a few times, Lucille and the new guy had begun to exchange nods and brief words of greeting, the way morning guests at a bar for serious drinkers do. But this was the first time she had sat down next to him and bought him a drink. Or rather, she had paid for the drink he had already ordered when she saw Ben hand him back his credit card, with an expression that told her it was maxed out. "But does Oslo love you back?" she asked. "That's the question." "Hardly," he said. She noticed his middle finger was a metal prosthetic as he ran a hand through a brush of short, dirty blonde hair tinged with grey. He was not a handsome man, and the liver-coloured scar in the shape of a J running from the corner of his mouth to his ear, as though he were a fish caught on a hook, didn't help matters. But he had something almost appealing and slightly dangerous about him, like some of her colleagues here in town. Christopher Walken, Nick Nolte. And he was broad-shouldered, although that might have been down to the rest of him being so lean. "Uh-huh. Well, they're the ones we want the most," Lucille said. "The ones who don't love us back. The ones we think will love us if we just try that little bit more."